Well, I mean, so basically, I after that knew the girls were working at. So that's when I decided to go work as a waitress there.
It's always the story.
You know the difference between a waitress and a dancer. 2 weeks. I lasted 3 months, but I did like these waitress dances where like they would give me like $100 and I would like do a dance or something, and I just really admired their confidence again, and I ended up doing that and I was really good at the whole getting a dance from one guy. I was like not really good at getting a lot of money from one guy and sitting there the whole night because that got a little too intimate for me, I guess. And like you had to be good at talking and bluffing and to sit with one person for a long time. I don't have the patience for that.
Well, and pretending that whatever they're telling you is interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Or telling them about yourself and so
making up your character.
Right.
You can't tell them the real.
Right. And I'm a student. Yeah.
I'm a student. Of course I'm single.
Well, I mean, no, I really was, but I just didn't really. It was too much. I didn't want to do that. So what I preferred doing, especially because I was really into fitness, was I liked giving dances to everybody and just making that $20. If you take 1 hour, you can probably get about 8 to 10 dances in an hour if you're dancing for everyone, and then that's $200 an hour if you're going. So I should have been smarter about like upselling it, but honestly, like it's more just like the $20 bill was really easy to take from them, and if 25 or 30, I was really into getting those dances really quick.
So what kind of club was this? It's like
just top. So
okay.
Yeah, the full creep me out. So I wore I wore that little like regulation thong, but then I also wore like boy shorts on top of that because I didn't want people having access to that close of like me naked.
Trying to digitally insert something.
Or pulling stuff. They like to pull things, like away from your body. So yeah. I don't like hands. I got really good at like holding their hands and kind of deflecting from people that wanted to touch me and just being like, I got this, babe. Or you let me do all the hard work, and just kind of just letting them relax because I was really good at what I did. I gave a really good lap dance and I just wanted them to sit still and just be present and enjoy it, right? Because my whole thing was to be present in that moment where everybody else just melts away and you're just kind of connecting with that person. So it was more sensual and less like raw, like, which is part of it, but it was more of a sensual thing to me. So
as a club patron in my youth, I definitely
patron in my youth, he says.
Oh,
in my youth.
No, as I've worked in them over the years, I will not step foot in a club unless I'm being paid to be there these days.
Yes. That's the appeal of these, especially because I know I give a better dance than a lot of girls. So I don't hate to say that. I don't mean that in a bad way. It was just something I was specialized at, right? I've gotten dances from girls where I'm just like tend to like make an effort, just pretend, please, just for like giggles, because I'm giving you money. And I picked you, and I don't really. It annoys me. It's like if you go out to a restaurant and you can do better.
Definitely. Well, I also at this point because I've seen behind the curtain, I really don't care for the transactional nature of it.
Right.
And it's just like in my youth, it was like, oh, this is nice. I'm paying. I know I'm window shopping. I know I'm paying for a fantasy.
Yeah.
But I can at least suspend disbelief.
Oh, when you see the back room and you see the drama and you see the girls, they're not prettiest, like.
Oh yeah, I was definitely out on the road with a girl in Philly, and my feature chose a song that one of the house girls normally came out to, and they almost fought.
Oh, fighting? Yeah, big no.
Right.
Fighting and stealing, big no.
Well, but also fighting with the feature.
Oh no, yeah.
Like it was a whole to do. Like the house girl was talking about my feature because she came out to her song, and my feature is actually the one who almost instigated the fight. She came out of the dressing room like, I can hear you.
It's very like high school type of mentality, and very, very territorial. Like there's the queens and there's the girls that have their own lockers, right? And I was kind of a regular, but I kind of came in and did my own thing. I didn't do my makeup there, right? I like to like get and like show up like reeking like the valet guys would be like, smells good in there. And like, I'm like, yeah, man. And I had my hair and makeup done because I would like have to get really in order to go be in that environment. And so I just kind of kept to myself and I went out and worked and I didn't like talk to the girls because that doesn't make me money, right? So if I wasn't dancing, then I was back in the back and then I would go back out and I would dance. Like I never hung out and like chatted with the girls at the tables and like waited for the guys to get drunk enough to drink. I would be like dancing for the dudes and then I would go over there when they were ready. So I was very calculated about it.
Sounds like you'd kill it in Vegas because that's the Vegas house girl move. Is just like dance, like no role play, no.
Yeah.
Like dance, no. All right, on to the next. Dance, no.
Yeah.
I hate Vegas so much.
I did work at I did work at a couple of in Vegas and yeah. It was good money, but I made good money back in Texas too, and I didn't have to deal with all of the extra like regulations and all of like you have to come at a certain time, you leave at a certain time. Like, fuck that. Like I want to be able
sheriff's card.
Like yeah, there's all sorts of extra steps that I had to take, and I think I still owe taxes in Nevada. Like
there's no income tax there.
Well, no, I think there was something that like I was supposed to pay because I had this card and like,
oh yeah, for the sheriff's card.
Yeah, something like that, and I just never did, and so I don't.
So
come and take it. Whatever.
So they may see you taken out in handcuffs at AVN this year for the back taxes.
Yeah, bro. I'm not. My residence isn't there. I live in Texas.
They don't care. They're like, oh, we're getting them. Nah.
Come and get me. Come and get them. Come and take it.
Out of my cold, dead hands.
Yeah. There's, we have gun shows, right? We don't have to register them. So.
Well, speaking of which, that used to be wild because AVN for a number of years was at the same time as SHOT Show.
Oh.
So it was some weird crowds at the bar.
There was this time in Austin that the bikers, there's a Rot rally where the bikers would come out. And it was like also at the same weekend, like where there was some gay pride, So, but surprisingly, like they were all like really would, get along quite well. So it was a pretty cool environment. Just those bikers, man, they should wear sunscreen because that's some thick skin. They got there. There's definitely some sun damage happening.
Yeah, but you need that in case rocks hit you in the face.
Oh my God. It's so loud. It's mainly the noise of those bikes. Like if anything over 80 decibels for that over 10 minutes is damaging your hearing, which I know, nerd, whatever.